Good morning, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, the Magi Method. Find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. If you liked the video, please subscribe. Today we want to do a reading on Rae Carruth. He is a famous footballer. He was a first round draft pick for the Panthers. He played 3 seasons. He was very highly sought after, and he was convicted of second-degree murder for the conspiracy to murder his pregnant girlfriend, Shurika Adams. He was just released after 18 to 24 years. He was just released after 18 years in prison. Essentially, he took his girlfriend, Shurika Adams, his 8-month pregnant girlfriend, on a movie date to see The Bone Collector that evening before leading her in separate cars to a secluded area. Carruth and Adams drove in separate cars after the movie with Carruth in front. At a dip in the road, Carruth pulled over and Adams drove to the side behind him. Another man, Watkins, who confessed to being paid, a hitman, who confessed to being paid $6,000 to commit this murder, pulled up next to Adams, boxing her in, and fired into her vehicle. She was shot 4 times. This was done in Charlotte, North Carolina, which is actually close to me, and the baby ended up with brain damage. It was taken out by C-section. She ended up being in a coma for 28 days before. So there's several people involved. This hitman who was paid $6,000 and who has since confessed to murdering 4 other people, apparently, as a hitman. Although he won't name who they are, and he's not eligible for parole for his current sentence until 2046. So he's basically in until death. So a lot of questions about this. Let's just do a mini Celtic to get started and see what's on Rae Carruth's mind. Ruler, scapegoat, crossroad, finger of God, key, yes, and 3 clubs. Okay. All right. So what's going on with Rae Carruth right now? He was just released. This is Rae Carruth. After 18 years, he just served 18 years in prison. He was top of the world, 18 years in prison. And apparently his motivation was to not pay child support. He already had another baby mama that he was paying $3,000 a month in child support, and he wanted her to get an abortion, Shurika Adams, and she was 8 months pregnant, and she did not want to get an abortion. He didn't want to marry her, and his motivation apparently was to prevent this child coming into the world so that he didn't have to pay. You know, now he was going to end up paying $10,000 a month, $8,000 to $10,000 a month, before anything, just in child support. And that's apparently why he did it. So, okay, so we have Ruler. Ruler is, you know, master, in charge of his world. Scapegoat. This can be an abortion card. He wanted to abort the baby at the crossroads. He wanted to remove this problem at the crossroads. Finger of God. He hired a hitman to take action. Key events occurred, and it set a whole bunch of things in motion. So Rae Carruth is, and it's interesting, Shurika's not here at all. There's no female cards. So he decided to He wanted her and the baby out of his life, so he took action at the crossroad. He hired a hitman. He felt that this would solve his problem, but instead, major problems ensued, and he ended up, his whole life is, I mean, that's it. A lot of these fellows, I watched Dead Man Walking, okay, and Dead Man Walking is about this guy, Sean Penn, played by Sean Penn, who commits this terrible murder and is getting the death penalty. And the good nun, she's leading him through confessing, and for a long time, Sean Penn he won't recognize his culpability. He keeps blaming everybody else. So, does this man, Rae Carruth, does he feel sorry? Has he recognized that this is his fault, or is he still blaming other people? Does he feel sorry? You know, like he actually murdered somebody. He almost murdered the boy, too. The boy had brain damage, was taken out by C-section. Okay, so this one is, does he feel sorry? Does he feel guilt? Man is an honest man. Cornucopia is all material things. Woman. Man and woman. Okay, so this is Rae. This is Shurika. It was about the money. And broken chalice, broken relationship. 2033. Yes. Ooh, we got the 9 hearts yes card. So I asked, you know, does he feel sorry for it? There's no guilt here. He's honest. She's honest. This is a good man. This is a good woman. And it adds key and broken relationship. I don't see him taking responsibility. This says that it was just about the money. He didn't want to pay child support. He just didn't want to pay child support. He could only see the burdens. And he could only see the burdens. How terribly burdened he would be. And I guess he felt that it was unsustainable. So was he a player? Did he love Shurika? Did he have any feelings for her? Or was he just a player? And oopsie, you know, a baby resulted. Did he love Shurika? Did he have any feelings for her? Okay, did he love Shurika? Okay, here's Mama. She's the baby mama. She's got his baby in her belly. So did he love her? Blocked. Mercury, Mother Earth, roadblock, 4-leaf clover. He's just getting lucky. 4-leaf clover is about activity, and sexually this is just getting lucky. I asked, is he a player? It's not showing as he's a player. Mercury can be a deceiver, a glib talker. So this could be kind of a player card. This is 14 plus 12, 26, Finger of God. And 4-leaf clover. He was a bit of a player, and there's no hearts. Okay, I asked, was he a lover? Did he love Shurika? There's no love here. There's no love here. There's activity. You know, let's get together and get jiggy. And a baby resulted, and that created a huge roadblock, physically, emotionally, monetarily, and he just decided to solve the problem. So he doesn't have any feelings. He had no feelings for her. There's no feelings. He told her what she wanted to hear. He enjoyed the activities of hanging out with her and her presence and the stuff that they did together. 4-leaf clover is like, I like to play football, you know, I like to hang out with Shurika and, you know, see what happens. But there's no love here. There's no hearts at all. Maybe he's kind of a psychopath. Okay, so it's said that he just wanted to get rid of the baby. Well, okay, there is a suggestion that Shurika was a stripper. I'd like to know that, okay? Was she a stripper? Because it does matter, and it's not slut-shaming. Because if he was a stripper, everybody would say so. So, was she, because I heard, studying this, was she a stripper? I'd like to know this. Cup overflowing, Trinity, snake, cornerstone. Okay, so was Shurika a stripper? Cup overflowing is pure emotion. Trinity is working together. Snake is not good. Snake is a very sexy woman. 13 and 12, 25. This 7 hearts. 7 hearts this direction. Cornerstone. Cornerstone is snake. The foundation is that she's just a very sexy woman playing on his emotions. Working everything together to play on his emotions. Maybe. I don't know. Was she a stripper? The snake is a stripper card. Snake playing on his emotions, working everything together in his foundation. Yeah, maybe a little bit. I don't know. I don't know what kind of... So, what is this Trinity? What's this Trinity? What is this Trinity? Or she could have a solid foundation and she just really loved him. What is this Trinity? Okay, sex. Okay, yeah, so sex. Yeah. So, yeah, she was just really working all of her feminine wiles and playing on his emotions and really... Incubus succubus is just sex. She was out to get what she could. So she was not a perfect human, and none of us are. This man is clearly not a perfect human, but she's also not a perfect human. Okay, and one last question. Did he kill her because of the money? Okay, because they don't love each other. Did he kill her because of the money? Was it just about the money? He just didn't want to be burdened. Jacob's ladder, scourge, fence sitter, coffin. Okay, did he kill her because of the money? Jacob's ladder, scourge, fence sitter, coffin. Here's the death. Scourge, conflict, a conflict that ended in death, escalating conflict that ended in death, and he just was on the fence. So did he kill her because of the money? There's no money here. 13, 4 hearts, home and family. Escalating conflict over the family. She wanted a family with him, and she wanted to go forward in life with him because he's a famous person. Interestingly, they didn't love each other. Two very, very imperfect people that ended up with a bad end. So, was it just about the money? It's not just about the money. It's about the fact that they had no emotional bond. She's trying to go forward with him into his future, but they they don't feel anything for each other, and he just doesn't want the burden. Okay, so it's not really about just the money, but the money played a big role. The money played a role. Let's go back over these cards and let's see what we see. Okay, so Rae Carruth was a famous Panthers footballer, just released after being convicted of second-degree murder for murdering his girlfriend, Shurika Adams, who was 8 months pregnant at the time. Very brutal, very, very disturbing. A lot of people are really upset about this. So what do we see? He's in charge of his life. He's on top of the world, and this is an abort the child card. He aborted the child at the crossroad. This man who is in charge of his life, he doesn't want this child, and he's going to abort it at the crossroads by murder. He hired a hitman, finger of God, someone from the outside. He paid a hitman $6,000 to kill her, and that man admitted it. Key events just set everything in motion, and he ended up in prison. His whole life is completely changed. Okay, here I asked, did he feel sorry? Okay, because they just always pass the buck. Well, we got man, money, and woman, and broken relationship. The broken relationship says, no, he doesn't really feel sorry. It's about the money and a broken relationship. He's not like, there's no guiltiness here. It's about the money, him and the woman and the money and a broken relationship. He's like very objectively, this is what happened. He's not all about his feelings. It's about the circumstances. He's still talking about the circumstances, and he's not like accepting like guilt. There's no cross here. It's not a lot of feelings involved for him. He's still talking about the circumstances. So did he love Shurika? No. He was a glib talker. He's going to tell her whatever she wanted to hear. He loved hanging out with her. But the moment she became a mother, everything was just blocked. And there's no hearts here. Did he love her? No hearts. No hearts. Okay, no, he didn't love her. He liked hanging out with her. But as soon as she became a mother, it became very inconvenient for him. Okay, so now it's easy to feel a lot of compassion for Shurika because she was 8 months pregnant. And he murdered her. Okay, so he's definitely wrong. No question about it. But there's some suggestion that I was reading that she was a stripper. So is he such an idiot that he went to the strip club and found a stripper and thought that she had feelings for him? Because if he did, I know they didn't meet at a strip club. They met at a party, just a party. But if she's a stripper, then, she's a very practiced, if she is that kind of a person, okay, it's like Donald Trump having an affair with Stormy Daniels. Stormy Daniels, Donald Trump was a client. She was there to take his money, okay? And he was there to get sex for money. She was a client. So there's no way for Donald Trump to have an affair with Stormy Daniels. And if Shurika was a stripper, okay, then there's no way she's not going to love him. Even if whatever feeling she has, she's much too practiced at manipulation. So I asked, was she a stripper? Well, she's a sexy woman who's using everything and especially emotions to get what she wants. Okay, she's using the whole situation, and Snake is very passive-aggressive. Snake uses the situation, and I asked for a clarifier on Trinity, and I got sex. I got incubus succubus. The incubus succubus sucks its victim dry. It just takes whatever it wants, and especially through sexual manipulation. So she was very much sexually manipulating him. And again, there is one heart here, but it's a 10 hearts, and it's too much. The 10 hearts is too much. The cup is overflowing, and it smacks of, with the snake, it smacks of manipulation. With the snake so she was she was definitely a manipulator out to get what she wanted from him, and it's got nothing. What she wants doesn't necessarily have anything to do with him. Okay, so did he kill her just because of the money? Because he was then going to be burdened with upfront, before any other expenses, he's going to be paying out $8,000 to $10,000 a month in child support, and he's like, oh crap, was it just about the money? Okay, because that did play a role, but was it just about the money? Well, this is not about money. Here's money. Okay, they had a broken relationship, and there is money. She did want money, and she was going to get money, and she was going to get financial support for life, or at least for 18 years, probably for life. So, did he kill her just for the money? No, there was conflict, and it was just, here's the death, and it was escalating conflict, and he was reacting to the escalating conflict, and this adds 4 hearts, reacting to the escalating conflict over the family that's coming. She's about to have a baby. She's 8 months pregnant. This baby could come any moment. It is really terrible what he did, but it's interesting. She was definitely manipulating him. So she's not a perfect person. He's definitely not a perfect person. He made some very bad decisions. This should be a lesson to us all. I mean, here's a man who had everything. He was a first-round draft pick. He's a man who had everything. He had everything except a family that he wanted. And he murdered this woman. He's a good symbol of what's wrong with the West right now. He's a man who had everything, but he lacked a moral compass, and she also lacked a moral compass. She was manipulating and using him so that she could get his money, and so he killed her. So they're both quite imperfect people, and there was no love between them. He definitely didn't love her. This one, did he feel sorry? Here's just money right in the middle. Money and a broken relationship. There's no love on either side. She's manipulating him. He's using her. He's using her. She's manipulating him. And he ended up killing her because he just didn't want the situation that he helped create. Sad. Sad. We need to live lives that are not based on money. We need to live lives that are based on family and community, and that's not how the West is happening right now. And that's very bad. So that's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination and Fortune Telling, the Magi Method. Find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. If you like the video, please subscribe.